Hello there, Miss Wade here again to go over the next section of the science fair project. So far you have asked a question, done some research, and now you should be ready to make a hypothesis. A hypothesis is just a guess. What do you think is going to happen? So let's go ahead and get started with how to fill out this page. It says, reflect on your research and use what you know and what you have learned to write a hypothesis for your question. And then it has a box here. This is where your hypothesis will be. If blank, then blank. And then down here it says draw a picture of the predicted outcome of your experiment. So you're going to draw a picture showing what you think is going to happen. If you are wrong, that is fine. That, in fact, is often what drives inventions and new discoveries. So don't be afraid to guess. It is not a big deal if you're wrong. In fact, it kind of makes the whole experiment a little bit more interesting. Alrighty, so if I reflect on my research, I'm going to go back to my research page. And I know when I did my research, I learned that glow sticks glow when chemicals react to make light. And a glow stick has an inner stick. And the contents of a glow stick might stain clothing. So those are all some things that I learned. Now, I also learned in reading about chemiluminescence that when chemicals react, sometimes they react faster with heat. So I'm going to keep that in mind when I write my hypothesis. So just to review, for my science project, I'm going to look at glow sticks. I'm going to put one in hot water and one in cold water and see which one glows brighter. So my hypothesis is always going to go back to my question. So if I look back at my question is, will a glow stick glow brighter in hot water or in cold water? Okay, I need to answer that in my hypothesis. Now, because I did some research and I learned that they glow because of a chemical reaction, and I also learned that chemical reactions usually go faster with heat, then I'm gonna guess that my glow stick in hot water is gonna glow brighter than the glow stick in cold water. So now I just have to write that as an if-then statement. So before we begin, I'm gonna always go back and check my rubric. So if I look at the rubric, I look under hypothesis page. It says all of the following is true. 1, your if-then statement includes the only variable that you are changing for your experiment. So I'm only going to refer to the variable that's changing, which is the temperature of the water. Everything else is the same, and I don't need to address that. So, number 2, your picture shows 2 possible outcomes, one with the variable changed and one without changing the variable. Okay, so now I need to write my if-then statement. First, I'm going to say it, so I have it in my mind what I'm going to write. If I put one glow stick in hot water and one in cold water, then the glow stick in hot water will glow brighter. So I've got that in my head. Now I'm going to go ahead and write that down. If I put one glow stick in cold water and one in hot water than the glow stick in hot water will glow brighter. Okay, now some of you might be thinking, I did my research, but my research didn't really give me any clues as to what's going to happen with my experiment. What do I do? That is okay. All you need to do is make your best guess. And it might not be based on your research, and for now, that's just fine. Remember, we're just trying to learn how to do a science fair project, and we're focusing on making sure we're enjoying ourselves while we do it, because we're going to be doing a lot of these in the future. So I've written my hypothesis. I'm going to reread it just to make sure I didn't make any errors. If I put one glow stick in cold water and one in hot water, then the glow stick in hot water will glow brighter. Okay, now I have to draw a picture of the predicted outcome of my experiment. So I'm going to draw something very similar to what I drew for my Ask a Question page. I'm going to have a cup showing cold water with a glow stick in it. And I'm going to show a cup with hot water. And I'm going to have to show the predicted outcome. What's going to happen? So it needs to match my hypothesis. In my hypothesis, I say that the glow stick in hot water is going to glow brighter. So I'm going to show that by putting some nice big lines to show it's glowing really bright. And then this one, I'm going to put ones that aren't as big. And then I'm also going to indicate with an arrow, brighter. And I'm done. So nice and simple. I've looked at a lot of your experiments that you're planning on doing, and they're great. They're simple. You can show them with pictures. I have everything here that I need, and it's not anything too extensive. Don't stress out about it. You're just showing what you think is going to happen. Remember that big word, hypothesis. It's just an educated guess. Based on what you know, what do you think is going to happen? All right, well, I feel like you're probably all set to tackle this next step of your science fair project. If you have any questions, again, as always, ask your teacher. They will be more than happy to help you. And good luck, and don't forget to have fun.